Hello, everyone. My name is Katan. I'm the founder of BossBabeBlog.com, and today I'm coming to you to talk about a topic that I think a lot of people will relate to. So, first off, I would like to say welcome to the Motivation Room. The Motivation Room is dedicated to a space where we talk about ways to uplift one another, to celebrate one another, to celebrate ourselves, but also to just be human. And what we normally do in this room is behind the scenes, I will have the members of our directory and our community or people who signed up to join the room come and just talk about things that they've gone through, like real life situations that they're going through right now that has created stress in their life and they're trying to get out of, or just vent, release, and be themselves. So for me, today I want to share a motivational message. I have quite a few on my heart, but I want to focus on the main ones that have consistently been repeated over and over again through incidents that have occurred in my life, personal and business, as well as through other people's stories. And so the first message that I want to share is don't be so hard on yourself. That's the first message. Um, Sometimes we look at our lives or our businesses, either or, and we see how other people are performing. And we automatically feel as if we should be performing like that too, even when we haven't met that journey yet. A great example might be, okay, so if you have a business page and you have a page where people follow you, maybe you see someone else has a lot of followers and they have a lot of engagements and likes, and you're wondering to yourself, why don't I have that? I want that. But you wouldn't have that if you just started the page and you just started engaging and you just started creating content. You don't have enough content yet for people to, have enough of. So it's really important that we don't make ourselves feel like we need to be at a certain space when we know that we haven't given ourselves the time to get there yet. Because a lot of things take time, especially the things that are important to you that require intentionalism or intention. It takes time. So don't be hard on yourself. Take a deep breath. Congratulate yourself. Small wins are big wins. Um, and just remember that what was meant to be will be for you if you keep going. Um, the other motivational message that I want to share is the importance of surrounding yourself around people who honor you, people who protect you, who respect you, but most importantly, respect your boundaries. Because I think that a lot of relationships in our lives, they can become performative in the sense of a person is friends with you or a person likes you or a person supports you when you do a certain thing. And then when you don't do a certain thing for them, or if you don't do what they want you to do, then that relationship diminishes. Therefore, it is a performative relationship. And so we have to practice having that internal validation to the point where we're not seeking external validation, so that if we have something that we have to do for ourselves first and we have to say no to something, it doesn't bother you and it doesn't hurt you to set boundaries, to say no, to express when you're not comfortable with something, to move on, to gracefully let things go. It's really important that we create that standard for ourselves because it plays a huge part in our mental health, whether you're an entrepreneur or not. And I kind of want to roll back on that because we did have a life coach that joined us on one of our previous videos where she talked about how healing is important in all areas of your life. And I think boundaries is important in all areas of your life as well. For example, work boundaries, whether it's a 9 to 5, whether you're an entrepreneur, friendship boundaries, family boundaries, relationship boundaries, romantic relationship boundaries, internal boundaries that you set within yourself internally. For example, I'll no longer talk negatively about myself, creating a boundary for myself so that I don't cross that, so I respect myself, so that I keep uplifting myself. But I think that boundaries is extremely important, and finding people who respect that is important because you can be around people that don't make you feel like if you're not the way that they think you should be, then the relationship doesn't have value. So that's really what I would say. And on the other side of that, I would also share letting go of the burden of expectation, because when you have a certain expectation of a person, like how they should show up, how they should talk, what they should do for you, where they should go, what ends up happening is we usually end up being disappointed. So when you walk through this life without expectation and you focus on just allowing people to be who they are and with their own integrity, their own intention, and you don't try to push and force anything that doesn't make sense, you end up having richer relationships when you just accept people for who they are, flaws and all, and decide what parts of those you want to accept or be around and what parts you don't, and then just keep moving. Um, I would say that's probably one of the biggest motivational messages that has helped me along on my journey in business and friendship is learning how to just accept where people are and letting them be that. And I think it creates a richer life. So those would probably be the top things that I would share. And then transitioning from those motivational messages, I would just move into a couple of reminders about self care, about confidence, about self preservation. I just want to remind everyone that taking care of yourself isn't just about, being selfish. It isn't just about closing off, it's about preserving yourself. And when I say preserving, I mean your energy, your heart, your positive intention, your passion. These are all things that need to be preserved and deserve to be protected. And when you overextend, you end up diminishing those things. So we want to make sure we're preserving them so that when you meet someone who truly does value and appreciate them and has something positive to bring to them, you're able to bring something as well. And you're not coming from a place of burnout or depletion. So those are extremely important. Today's motivational message, very short, very straight to the point. I just want to give you those reminders and keep them in your ear as you're going throughout the week. It's Monday. A lot of people would say it's probably the hardest day of the week. But let's change our mindsets. Let's reframe. Let's focus on productivity this week. Let's focus on speaking positivity into ourselves and into everyone around us. Let's focus on no negative self talk, giving ourselves appreciation and recognition where we deserve to have it. Let's focus on surrounding ourselves around people who inspire us, uplift us, and make us want to be a part of something positive. Let's also focus on community and the impact that we create, as well as the impact that we feel when we are in other rooms. Let's focus on quickly dismissing ourselves from any environments and relationships that do not align with where we're trying to go. Let's focus on proactivity. That's the message. So I hope that you enjoy this message. If you would like to be a part of our upcoming events or you would like to speak at our motivation room, go to bossbabeblog.com and click on our page that says About Us or Our Story. And then underneath it, there should be a page that says Our Events, and you can check them. Motivation room should be towards the bottom. With that being said, I want to move into something exciting that I'm really, really pumped up to share. And that is that we have an upcoming event called the Elevation Workshop. So technically, it's called the Holistic Elevation Workshop. So what this workshop is that we're essentially taking the time to advertise the wonderful brands that are in our directory while also making an impact in our community in a positive way. So if you're someone that wants to come and gain insight on different areas of your life, finances, travel, business, leaving toxic relationships, things like that, then you can do that. I also want to help people focus on, just having a better and more enriching life experience. A lot of times, I think we forget that there's a lot of support out here, and there's things that people are going through that they're going through by themselves with no support, no, community, no tribe helping them, and they continue to go through it by themselves because they think that there's no one out there who understands it. So the Elevation Workshop was created because we have professionals in different areas of your life that may be able to assist you. And most importantly, it's a free workshop. It's complimentary, $0. You can sign up. If it doesn't feel like it's the right fit for you, that's okay. There's no commitment that's required. Once you join, we have a motivational speech for every person that is going to be speaking at the event. And after they speak at the event, then we move on to the next motivational speaker. So there will continuously be speakers added on to this workshop, and you are able to have access to them for $0. So all you have to do is visit our website, go to our events page, and it's the first event on our events page called the Holistic Elevation Workshop, where we'll have multiple professionals coming to speak about different topics in your life. And another cool thing that you should know about this workshop is that we have two things that you'll receive. The first thing is one free resource in that industry or area of your life. And the other one is one recommended service by a verified professional listed in our directory. So I've already kickstarted the workshop by sharing a thank you, welcoming message to everyone that decided to join. And the second thing that you can do is you can look at my service that I provided, which is also a complimentary service to say thank you for joining the workshop. So you can join that at bossbabeblog.com, or you can text Elevation Workshop or Holistic Elevation Workshop to 833-705-4352, and you can receive access to that by registering for free. So thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their day. And I hope that at least one of those messages that I shared landed in a positive light for some of our viewers that might be going through it, might be feeling like they need a little bit of motivation or support. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Bye-bye.